My husband had this weird thing he did. Every time he took a new concubine, he'd give me a pearl. The more he liked the woman, the finer the pearl. And over the years, my jewelry box was stuffed with pearls of every size. Until today, when he walked in holding a pink South Sea pearl. Smooth as silk! My lady, this pearl is one of a kind. Worthy of you. And of her. My husband's eyes were full of a rare tenderness. I smiled and took it, but my fingertips went ice cold. That same afternoon, a pink sedan chair was carried through the gate. Inside sat that pearl diver. And from that night on, he spent every night in her courtyard. Everyone in the house was waiting. Waiting for me, the first wife, to fall apart. Waiting to watch me get thrown out. But I just quietly closed my jewelry box. Finally! I don't belong in this world. 7 years ago, I killed someone and got dropped into this strange era. My original fate was to be a noble family's daughter, who, after her family fell apart, got sold to a pleasure house, suffered every kind of humiliation, and was eventually sent to the barracks to be violated and killed. But Gu Yanshin changed all of that. He bought me out of that place and married me despite all the pushback. Back then, he was the wildest playboy in Jinling, and somehow he'd truly fallen for me. He walked away from his family's business for me, brought me to Jinling, and settled into life as a low-key merchant. That first year of marriage, he spoiled me like crazy, traveling everywhere, hunting down rare treasures, all just to make me smile. Every woman in Jinling was jealous of me, saying I'd landed a man who was head over heels. We were living the dream. Back then, I actually started to think, maybe I could stay in this world, and spend my whole life with him. But a player's always a player. He could hold it together for a year, but not for a lifetime. And so my husband started taking concubines. The first was Zhang Ruoshui, a refined daughter of the minister's household. She walked in like she owned the place, using her background to come at me at every turn. She even tried to take Lingbo Courtyard for herself. I refused flat out. So in a fit of rage, she smashed every vase in the yard. Those vases that Gu Yanshin and I had picked out together. Every single one carrying a piece of our story. That day he stood in front of me, stone-faced. I've been way too easy on you. You think you're still that high and mighty noble? Daughter? Without me? You're nothing. He slapped me across the face, hard enough to knock me to the ground. My cheek burned like fire. Didn't you say you'd only ever love me? Turns out you're just another greedy man. He froze for a second. A flash of guilt crossed his eyes. But his anger swallowed it whole. It's time you woke up. The life I gave you. That's more than you could have ever earned on your own. But that same night, he sat down on the edge of my bed, gently tracing the red mark on my cheek. Still hurt? That was on me. The next day, cart after cart of jewels and jewelry arrived. My courtyard looked like it was built out of gold. Tinger wiped her tears, saying the master still loved me, and that newcomer Zhang Ruoshui got nothing. But I knew. That slap was what finally snapped me out of it. This isn't my home. I need to go back. From that day on, I played the perfect wife he wanted, welcoming one new concubine after another. 7 years in, it had all become a routine. He'd send me a pearl, and a new woman would show up in the back. The better the pearl, the more that woman meant to him. My jewelry box had long run out of room for all those pearls. The rest got packed into boxes and piled up in storage. But no matter how many concubines he took, he always said, no one could ever replace me as his first wife. The noble women of Jinling all praised how gracious I was, calling me the backbone of the Gu household, the most virtuous woman around. I kept smiling on the outside, but inside it felt like getting stabbed by needles, numb from the pain. One time, my distant cousin Lin Rulan called me out in public. Sister Qingwan, doesn't it bother you that your husband keeps taking concubines? I just smiled and held out a plain pearl. You like this one, little sister? It's yours. Lin Rulan blinked, took the pearl, and smiled awkwardly. No one around her said another word. After that day, my maid Chinger quietly pulled me aside and told me the servants had started a betting pool. Guessing when I'd finally get kicked out, I just gave a little smile. Let them bet. Gu Yanshin's first wife would always be me, but that night, I sat alone in the courtyard, staring up at all those stars, feeling completely hollow inside. The next day, Gu Yanshin came back from Donghai. He had Su Lianyi with him, and he was holding that pink pearl. Qingwan, this is the finest pearl out of Donghai this year. Lianyi dove for it herself. Don't let it go to waste. I stared at the pearl, pink light shifting through it, like it was hiding some kind of secret. I couldn't help but look a little longer. My husband has great taste. Then I turned to Chinger. Go get Lingbo Courtyard ready for Sister Su to move in. Lingbo Courtyard was the finest in the whole estate. He'd personally designed it for me back in the day. We'd just gotten married then. He said he wanted to give me the best spot in the house, somewhere fit for a princess. As things cooled between us over the years, that courtyard sat empty. No one had touched it since. Chinger dragged herself off to clean it up, but I caught Gu Yanshin, giving me an approving look. First thing the next morning, Su Lianyi came to pay her respects. Good morning, sister. Su Lianyi kept her head low, her voice barely above a whisper, shy as could be. Then her hand shook and she dumped hot tea all over me, burning my leg with a sharp sting. Sister, I swear I didn't mean to, she panicked. Her eyes went red, like a scared little deer. Gu Yanshin rushed over to steady her. It's okay, don't worry. You're fine. He never looked at me once, like he completely forgot my leg was still on fire. My pain sensitivity is 10 times worse than most people's. Years ago I threw myself in front of a blade to protect him. The pain nearly took me out. He'd stayed up all night by my side back then. Now he couldn't even look in my direction. Every last drop of warmth going to Su Lianyi. I pushed through the pain and forced a smile. It's fine, she just slipped. I'll go change real quick. Right then, a flash of something defiant crossed Su Lianyi's eyes, like she was testing just how much I could take. I looked at her.